Hello everybody, Saturday the 20th of October here in the UK, and we are doing a new review, Smallville Season 11 Chapter 20 of the detective story arc, and pretty much carrying on from last week's fantastic chapter. Very well ended, I thought, as well, where we left Batman and Superman in uncompromising positions, especially Superman. And this issue here, we're kicking off with Lex, and he's on the phone to Oliver Queen, but it's all for Chloe to run a trace on him, to hack into his satellite to find out about the well, they're trying to find out where Clark is, what's happened to Clark and stuff like that. So because obviously, remember, Lex has put a tracker on Superman, so you pretty much can find out where he is just by looking on his system. So that's what they're doing. But also at the same time, we find out that these emails that Oliver has been getting late at night, well, yeah, Lex has now realised what exactly is going on, because Otis has informed him of what's happening, that he's been sending emails in his sleep, and by in his sleep we obviously mean Tess. So that's been revealed already. Of course, we already knew that beforehand anyway, so it's not a spoiler in this chapter. It's already been mentioned before. So anyway, Chloe and Oliver find out have noticed that Superman has not moved from his location for like 20 minutes, so they realise that something is wrong. Lois Lane is outside the safe house of where Joe Chill was kept, and this is where Superman and Batman went to go and get Joe Chill when they run into Prankster and Mr. Freeze. And as I say, towards the back end of last week's chapter, they met a very uncompromising end. In particular, Superman is the one who felt it the most. We do get some back flashes regarding Batman from when he was a young kid as Bruce Wayne, and he finds Joe Chill, but not in the way that he would have wanted. So I'm not going to say too much more about that, but yeah. Anyway, as I say, he then eventually finds Superman. Remember at the very beginning of the digital chapters, Superman said that Clark had told Lois that he had finally been able to put lead shielding on the S symbol on his chest, and it's kind of worked to good effect. But then again, it's however many other bullets were fired at him didn't actually hit said lead shielding on his chest. So Nightwing is conversing with Batman at this point, of which Watchtower tells Green Arrow that backup is on the way, because Green Arrow is on his way to help Superman and Batman. And yeah, Lois is trying to obviously get into the safe house and is arguing with someone outside, saying that, look, I need to get in there, I need to find out what's happening, all the usual things that Lois does, till we see the Batmobile. Now, just want to quickly talk about the design of the Batmobile, because, yeah, I'll show you it there. Excuse me. So it does look not too bad, but at the same time, it is a beast of a vehicle, basically. So it's quite an interesting design the way it's been done, and obviously this was Chris Cross's idea, I would imagine, to have this design, because he was the one that even designed Batman and his costume as well. And Chris Cross has actually drawn Batman in the past. In fact, what was I reading? I've been reading I think the 52 series, and I think he's actually there's pictures of Batman in there that he's actually done drawings of. So he has drawn Batman before in the past. So but as I say, for Smallville, this was his design that he came up with. But then the way that it ends, obviously Superman is saving Batman here. I mean, Batman is saving Superman rather. But the way that it ends, well, it definitely leaves you hanging. And the only question I have to ask is Lois, why are you doing that? That's all I'm going to say on that. It's just a case of, Lois, what are you up to? So yeah, again, a very, very solid chapter, very, very well executed, and it had everything and pretty much everyone. You've got Superman, you've got Batman, you've got Oliver, you've got Chloe, you've got Otis, you've got Lex, you've got Lois. So the big characters are in there basically. Incidentally, we've seen like solicitations for the print versions coming out in January, and there's a hint of the front cover for January's issue, whereby a certain speedster returns, and that's all I'm going to say on that one as well. So it will be interesting to see how that pans out. But Brian Q. Miller has already said that the story arc for that particular issue in particular is going to kick off a story arc called Haunted, or was it Hunted? One of the two. I think it was Haunted, or yeah, I believe it was Haunted. So I think that's going to start. I mean, what we're up to here, we're up to chapter 20 here. So next week will be 21. So 3 more chapters after that. Then that ends Detective. So I'm guessing by about December time is when Haunted is going to kick off, and then we'll see the return of this particular speedster and where it all goes from there. But as I say, another good solid chapter, and yep, I'm loving it. That's all I'm going to say. I really am loving it. So I'm going to leave it there. I'll say thank you all for watching, and I shall see you next week with a new chapter. Bye.